Please be seated, everyone. As I have mentioned a number of times over the last few months, the pandemic brought many changes to our lives. They were times of uncertainty that brought about altered daily routines. There were financial pressures, social isolation. We worried more. We worried about getting sick. We wondered how long and worried about how long the pandemic would last. We worried about our jobs. We worried about family and friends. There were milestones in our lives that were suspended. People couldn't bury their dead. People couldn't celebrate birthdays, anniversaries. We couldn't even celebrate important liturgical moments in the church year. Our minds were overloaded with information. Every day there was another word of knowledge about the virus. There was rumors, there was misinformation. There were those who believed in it, there were those who didn't believe in it. Our lives felt out of control. Mental health disorders worsened. We were robbed of peace, the peace that Jesus speaks about today. It is said that worry is a thief because it robs us of sleep. I am sure that I'm speaking to the choir. There isn't anyone in this church, maybe the children and the young adults would be exempt, but I'm sure there's no one in this church that hasn't had a sleepless night, that hasn't worried about something. It robs us not only of our sleep, but our joy, our creativity. People do not make good decisions when they are worried. And it's interesting, studies show that the average person spends an hour and 50 minutes every day fretting or worrying about something, whether verbally or in the back of their minds. That's 12 hours and 53 minutes a week. That's 4 years, 11 months of your life if you live to the age of 64. Worry cannot add an inch to our lives. If so, all of us would be 20 feet tall. We all worry about something. Work, health, finances, kids. Our minds are never at rest. And one of the things the doctor said to me after my heart attack and surgery was, our bodies are not meant to carry worry alone. Worry will destroy you. My friends, we were never designed to carry the heavy burdens alone. Our minds need rest. For when we rest, God goes to work. When we work, God rests. I'll handle it, God. I'll handle this problem. I'll handle this. We worry so much that we have to ask ourselves, who is on the throne? My friends, Jesus says to us, and has always said to us in the scriptures, and has told us by his own life, that we will not be immune from problems, conflicts. We will not be immune from troubles. Much like having a spare tire, you never expect to hit a bump. You never expect a flat tire. You have it there as a provision. But Jesus says to us, I will be with you, and I will be your peace, a peace that passeth all understanding. So today, when Jesus says in the gospel to us, peace be with you, how do we protect that peace? This building has been around longer than most of us, all of us. And we are here as a people dedicated today to protect God's peace. By placing God on the throne, then we can have the peace that he speaks about. If you were listening today, the disciples were locked in the room because of fear. Fear paralyzes you. When you are fearful and worry, you cannot think straight. You cannot act straight. We need to place God on the throne. We need to say to our problems, dear problem, I have a God that's bigger than you. My friends, we need to put God on the throne of our lives to protect the peace that he wants us to have. Like David in Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd. He leads me to still and restful waters. We protect the peace when we guard our minds and our hearts from all thoughts of negativity and worry. In our times when we worry, it's a reminder for us to turn worry into worship, to place God back on the throne. You know, studies also say that 8% of your worry comes to pass. That's less than 1 out of 10. If there's any regret I have in my young life of 67, I would say this: I forgot many times that God is on the throne. I forgot that worry does not take me anywhere but to more worry. We don't know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future. When I was a child, my mother would say, now when you pray, you got to put your hands together like this. I'm going, now as an adult, I'm thinking, that's so wrong. I'm going to hold on to this. This is my problem. This is my worry. I can handle it. I'm on the throne. I'll look after it. It's mine. When really, our prayer posture should be, Lord, I've done everything I can. I honor you. I praise you. I worship you. I'm going to have a good nap. I'm going to rest, for everything is on the throne. All is well. God is on the throne. We lighten our load when we go to still waters, when we breathe in God's goodness, breathe in his trust. We stay in peace when we place our worries in God's hands. Trust God will fight your battles. Mother would say, God is a good night shift worker. When you don't see a way, God sees and knows a way. For worry will only weaken our immune system, not only spiritually, but physically. And so my challenge to us today as we dedicate this building and the things that we hold as sacred, the lectern, the font, the altar, we are sacred vessels too that need to rededicate our lives to being instruments of peace. I had prepared a children's talk today. I forgot we don't do it every week. But I was going to ask the children, why do you think the church is on a hill? And I would look for the answer is because the church is called to be a lighthouse, not a clubhouse. We're meant to be a lighthouse for peace, for we protect peace. We protect God's grace and God's favor. And so today we rededicate our lives to God and we wish to protect the peace and rely on him. to place him on the throne. I mentioned earlier about David in the 23rd Psalm. Think about sheep. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. Think about sheep. One of the things that I found interesting about sheep is that they are easy prey for many animals. They are easy prey because they can't run. Have you ever seen a sheep? Don't run very well. They don't run very fast. They can't kick. They can't protect themselves. They rely on the shepherd. They rely on the shepherd to keep them safe and to protect. Let us look to the image of the sheep for ourselves and allow our God to safely protect us, to dedicate our lives to God, the shepherd. Let us today remember, in order to be peacemakers, to be instruments of peace, we need to protect the peace. And so many times we give away the peace because we don't know when to turn away. We take the bait. How many times have we fought battles that the Lord doesn't want us to fight? My friends, let us protect the peace today by finding a place of rest in our day and saying to the Lord, Lord, these are your children. These are your problems. These are your worries I'm going to leave in your throne, on your throne. I cannot handle them. I've done as much as I can. I just love you and I thank you for loving me first. I am here with open hands and open lives. Help me to be a lighthouse of your peace. Help me to bring peace to the world by being an instrument of peace in the people I meet each day. For peace comes in small pieces. My friends, I'm going to conclude today, and I know there's a number of people who are joining us from across the country via YouTube and Facebook and or Zoom, pardon me. And I wanted to conclude the sermon today with a song for peace. And peace comes in small pieces. Pastor Steve Rothery down the street at the Presbyterian Church and I creatively put our work together. I put a song and lyrics together, and he took some beautiful scenes from the Ukraine. You remember that war? It's still going on. And it's even worse than ever before. And so, being protectors of the peace, we need to pray for peace. We need to be saying, God, we're putting this on your throne. But peace begins with us. Peaceful skies and silent nights. The people of Ukraine are looking forward to peaceful skies and silent nights. So we're going to play that video now, and maybe the choir would like to go down and take a seat. They may want to see it. But I think it's a great way to conclude my sermon today, to be people of peace. The peace that Jesus longs to bring us is really an opportunity for us to protect the peace that he's given us. Let us no longer allow ourselves to be locked in fear. Let us put God back on the throne. For when we work, God rests. We need to rest so that God can work. This is Peaceful Skies.
And the world cries once again, tears of fear, they never end. When will hearts start to defend a world of love where peace is a friend. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I hope takes flight. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. What a wonderful world it could be if all hearts would one day agree. Colorblind love always sees the gift of same in you and me. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I hope takes flight. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I hope takes flight. Peaceful skies and silent nights. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. This my prayer, I pray with all my might. Peaceful skies, silent nights. Peaceful skies, silent nights. Peaceful skies.